This is the story of an orphan girl. Hadassah, for that was her name at birth, had no place to go when her parents died. She had only one relative, a cousin Mordecai, who worked in the great palace of the king. Being a little girl, Hadassah needed a home to live in, warm food every day, and most important, someone to love her. How happy she must have been when Mordecai took her home to live with him.
Well, now, let us think a moment, child. I'm a bit old to be a cousin. Suppose you call me Uncle Mordecai, and I shall call you Esther. It means star. That's my prayer for you, child, that your life shall be like a shining star.
God heard the prayer of Mordecai's heart. As the years passed, Esther grew into a beautiful young woman who loved God and never ceased to honor him. One day, the capital city of Shushan buzzed with the news that the royal crown had been taken from the lady Vashti, that Xerxes, king of all Persia, would seek a new queen.
What is it? News from the palace? What meeting? Let me see.
Well, this will cause a stir throughout the kingdom.
You mean just any girl can be queen?
Without even being a princess first?
That's what it says.
No sense to it. No sense at all.
Since when has the king required a reason for his actions?
My daughter, my own daughter, could be queen.
Really, Deborah?
Well, why not? She has as good a chance as anyone.
Narrow as an Egyptian obelisk where she shouldn't be, broad as an ox where she shouldn't be, and you've said yourself that she has the disposition of a camel.
That evening, Esther was preparing supper when Mordecai burst into the house.
Uncle Mordecai, you've been running. You promised.
There are more important matters this day.
What could be more important than your health?
The old man seemed not to hear. Brushing a strand of white hair from his eyes, he studied his adopted daughter as though he hadn't seen her for a long time.
What is it? Are you ill? Did you stand too long in the sun?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Esther, you need a new robe. Asian has some nice cloth. I'll see that he makes us a special price.
A new robe?
Yes, and a new pair of sandals with silver buckles.
Well, that's very nice of you, but why?
A new edict of King Xerxes was posted in the marketplace today.
What is it now? Would the king have us plant vineyards on the housetops of Shushan? Or walk about on stilts?
Why must you always make light of such matters?
Oh, forgive me, Uncle. What was the proclamation?
A new queen will be sought among the women of the land.
Oh, well, it's to be expected.
But the new queen will not be chosen from the royal houses. Every maiden throughout the empire who is fair to look upon will have an audience with the king and the opportunity to win his favor.
What fun for His Majesty.
A great opportunity for all young women to consider.
Oh, you can't mean me.
Why not?
Oh, Uncle Mordecai, you can't be serious. In the first place, I'm not a Persian, but an Israelite girl.
Your race need not be shouted from the housetops.
Uncle!
Now, you were born and reared in Shushan. Your ways are those of Persia. Inwardly an Israelite, yes, but just supposing you were chosen, you need not tell the king that you're an Israelite.
Oh, Uncle Mordecai, do you realize what you're suggesting?
Esther, child, do you doubt my love?
Oh, no, but how can you think of such a thing?
When your parents died, I promised to raise you as my daughter. Well, perhaps I have failed. An old man finds it hard at times to think in the ways of a growing girl. But, Esther, we Israelites are strangers in Persia, a mere handful. It would be good for our people to have a friend in the palace. As queen, you would have the king's ear.
But, Uncle, I have not the beauty required of a queen. My face is round as a melon, and my skin is tinted by the sun.
2 days hence, the maidens of Shushan are to gather in the marketplace for inspection. Will you take your place among them, Esther? For our people? For me?
Oh,
For God?
oh, yes, Uncle. Yes, I will.
Bless you, my child, and may you find favor in King Xerxes' eyes.
So it came to pass, when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered unto the palace of Shushan, Esther was brought also unto the king's house, to the custody of Haggai, keeper of the women. From early childhood, Esther had heard Mordecai's stories about the splendors of the great palace. Now she saw that it was all true and more. It was like walking on a rainbow. There were so many rooms, she wondered if people ever lost their way. And then the gold. It was everywhere, on the walls, covering the furnishings. Even the dishes were made of pure gold. But gaining admission to the palace was only the first step toward being chosen queen. The Persian Empire stretched from the mountains of India to the desert plains of Ethiopia, and the young and fair from every province made the long journey to Shushan, each harboring a royal dream in her heart. The candidates faced 12 months of training before they were considered properly prepared to enter the throne room to stand before the king. Living in the court of women, Esther often thought,
How can the king choose from so many? All the girls are so beautiful, each one in a different way. How can I expect to be chosen? I don't know how to sing, and I can't play the lyre. I feel so strange here, so lonely.
The hours tumbled into days, the days into months. Esther's heart yearned for the sight of Mordecai, and her fingers ached to perform some purposeful task.
Now, what is this? Sewing?
Oh, isn't it wonderful? I was afraid I'd forgotten how.
Sewing is for slaves. Did I not assign 7 maids to do your bidding?
I sent them away.
Sent them away! Sent them away!
Do you know how it feels to have 14 extra hands and feet? I do.
Your strange whims are beyond me. I have many women to look after, but never one like you.
Would it be possible for me to spend some time each day in the courtyard?
The sun will ruin your complexion.
Oh, if only I could breathe some fresh air. The air in here is so heavy with perfume. It's stifling.
I have shown you favor beyond all others.
You have been very kind, Haggai.
I have shown you favor because I think the king will be pleased with you above all the others.
With me?
Yes, yes. His every mood is known to me. He will love those frank eyes of yours and straightforward manner. He's tired of artificiality. Who gave you the dress you're wearing? It's most unbecoming.
I like it. I brought it with me from home.
Are not the royal dresses given you to your liking?
I like this one.
That a tent? My reputation. I lose my position as keeper of the women. I might even lose my head if the king sees you in that. From now on, I will personally select your garments from the royal wardrobe. Have you completed the morning ritual?
No, and I haven't changed the color of my hair, nor have I asked at least 100 other women which perfume is best for me. And as for wallowing in goat's milk...
Bathing in goat's milk is prescribed for all candidates. His Majesty has definite opinions regarding a woman's complexion.
A wicked waste of good milk. You had far better give it to the children of the poor.
Oh, Esther, why can't you cooperate?
Finally the day came for Esther to be presented to the king. Many women before her had nervously trod the narrow, carpeted path which spanned the throne room. So many that even the servants who attended the king scarcely glanced up anymore, until Esther made her way to the golden throne.
Look now at this one. Why, how could she be different from the rest? She's beautiful beyond words. But there's something more. See how she moves, as though she were already the Queen of Queens.
Yes.
The king sees her. He's leaving the throne, moving down the steps.
She really is striking.
What's your name?
Esther, Your Majesty.
Come closer, don't be afraid.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Ah, at last. Honest eyes. A fresh, natural complexion. Tell me now, is this the real color of your hair?
Who would dare to deceive the king of all Persia?
That's a question that could not be answered quickly. It might take a week or a month. Your name again?
Esther.
Esther. A beautiful name, fit for a queen.
And the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight, so that he set the royal crown upon her head. And Esther followed Mordecai's advice, and did not tell the king that she was an Israelite girl.
Hail the mighty King of Persia!
During the celebration that followed the coronation, King Xerxes beckoned one of his advisors, Haman the Agagite.
You please me, Haman. I found your advice sensible and to the point in all matters.
Your Majesty's approval is my only wish.
My new queen, is she not beautiful?
She was your choice, sire.
I, Xerxes, king of all Persia, have taken unto myself a new queen. I would have you honor and respect her above all other women in the empire. On this festive day, I also proclaim the appointment of Haman the Agagite as chief advisor to the throne. In all matters of state, he is to be regarded as second only to myself. Well, let the feasting begin!
Not long after Esther became queen, it happened that two of the king's servants met secretly near the gate of the palace.
I tell you, I can't stand it any longer. The king is treating me shamefully. Only yesterday, he humiliated me in front of the Egyptian ambassador.
He had me whipped for forgetting to send up fresh pears for his breakfast.
Let's kill him.
Not so loud.
I despise the king.
So do I.
Then you'll help me assassinate the king?
You can count on me, Big Fan.
But the plot of the two servants was overheard, and the thing became known to Mordecai, who told it unto Esther the queen, who advised the king thereof. And the two chamberlains were hanged on a tree, and the thing was written in the book of the Chronicles before the king. Meanwhile, the power of Haman, the king's chief adviser, grew from day to day. Fear stirred the heart of every man who knew Haman, for they knew that he would misuse his power, because his vanity was matched only by his cruelty. Strutting like a peacock, Haman delighted in seeing the people bow low before him wherever he passed.
Back and forth, up and down. Will Haman never weary of seeing us eat the dust of the street?
Yeah, I scraped my nose on a stone. It feels like a piece of raw meat.
The sun will soon cook it to perfection.
Can't he be satisfied with a bow from the waist?
No, not Haman. He demands the full court bow.
I thought it was reserved exclusively for the king.
It was, till now.
Oh, no, he's turning this way again. Haman's face became hard as a stone when he saw that one old man, Mordecai, did not even pretend to bow.
Mordecai, you're a fool to trifle with Haman. He'll not let your defiance go unpunished.
No, it is wrong to give such worship to any man. A double injustice to such as Haman.
It's not so hard, as long as the heart remains unbowed.
To bow to Haman is to bow to greed and cruelty.
I, for one, cannot afford your company, old man.
Nor I.
If your pride will not let you bend to Haman's power, then for your own safety, stay out of his path.
Pride. Stubborn pride.
Too proud to bend his neck.
Thou knowest, Lord, that it is neither in contempt nor pride, nor for any desire of glory that I do not bow down to Haman. For I could be content for the salvation of Israel to kiss the soles of his feet. But I do this, that I might not prefer the glory of man above the glory of God. Neither will I worship any but thee.
Day after day, Haman found an excuse to parade past Mordecai. Each time, the old man managed to look the other way. The sight of Mordecai standing erect when all others bowed low was more than Haman could endure. Day after day, his thirst for vengeance grew.
How I hate that man Mordecai. Why won't he bow to me like everyone else? I suppose it's because he's an Israelite. Well, I'll teach him a lesson he'll never forget. I'll have him put to death. I'll have every Israelite in the whole of Persia put to death. And I know just how to go about it, too.
What? You say someone conspires against me, Haman?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Who dares to conspire against me? Tell me, Haman. Are they within these walls?
Your Majesty, it's hard to be certain. But it's perhaps beyond the palace gate where the real trouble lies.
Speak not in riddles.
Your Majesty, it's possible that I'm too hasty to condemn.
Speak!
There's a certain race of people scattered among the provinces of your kingdom, whose laws and customs are different from those of Persia. Nor do they keep the laws of the king.
No one can break my laws. No one.
These accursed people are treacherous leeches who live off the misfortunes of your loyal subjects. They cause dissension and plant seed of rebellion wherever they settle.
Rebellion?
They take no part in our great religious observances.
What?
They do not offer sacrifices to the gods of Persia. Why, even now they laugh at the gracious king who showed them refuge and royal protection in our glorious Persia. And for your kindness and mercy, they give in return hatred, intrigue, and rebellion.
Enemies! Why was I not informed? No, I'm too trusting, giving all my subjects equal love and care.
If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. I will pay 10,000 talents of silver for the privilege.
Do with the traitors what you will. Here is my signet ring. You have my full authority.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Thus Haman succeeded in tricking the king into giving him permission to put to death every Israelite, whether man, woman, or child, throughout the whole Persian Empire. Couriers from the palace carried news of the decree to all provinces of the empire. Everywhere the Israelites listened in stunned silence as the law of blood was read.
Hear ye, hear ye! By order of Xerxes, king of Persia, all Hebrews dwelling within the boundaries of the empire are to be put to death, young and old, women and children alike. There will be no exceptions. This order to be carried out on the 13th day of the month of Adar, Long life to our wise and noble king!
It's God's judgment upon us. We should have returned to Jerusalem when Cyrus opened the way.
I was born here. Am I to be blamed because my parents chose to remain? I want no part of a God who reasons.
Do not blame God for this misfortune.
Oh, it is not hard for you to be brave. Your life is nearly over. But I am young. I want to live.
We can fight. We're not just going to sit and wait for them to come.
The greatest empire in the world is against us.
Oh, wait. Old Mordecai's coming.
He's wearing sackcloth and ashes.
Even Mordecai is in despair.
Why do you loiter on the streets? You should be home praying for God's guidance and blessing.
We are to be blessed with a quick death by Haman's sword.
Do you doubt the providence of God? The great deliverer of mankind, the Messiah who is to come out of Judah, has not yet appeared. Until this divine purpose is accomplished, our nation cannot be destroyed.
But Haman will not rest until the streets are crimson with Israelite blood.
Is this the first passing of our people through troubled waters? Pharaoh pursued us when we fled from Egypt, and God split the sea. He satisfied our needs for 40 years of desert wandering. At Sinai he carved in stone with his own finger his eternal law. We are children of a great Father. We need not fear. Now return to your homes, and with your loved ones seek his face.
Then Mordecai took up watch before the palace gate. The sackcloth he wore was a sign to all that the dark hand of doom covered his people. When Esther heard of Mordecai's vigil, she sent for a trusted servant.
Haytak, you are a loyal friend. I must send you on an important mission. No one must learn of it.
I understand, Your Highness.
You will find an old man at the palace gate. Take these silken robes to him. See that he puts them on in place of the sackcloth you will find he is wearing. Then bring him here to me.
It will be done at once.
Give him this message. Say to him, if we would weep with those who weep, we must know the cause of their sorrow. Go quickly, Haytak. Be certain you are not followed.
So Haytak went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened, and of the sum of money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Israelites to destroy them.
All you say, old man, is true. But how shall I convince the great lady of the palace who sent me?
I have a copy of the king's proclamation. Take it to her. Let her read it in the privacy of her own chamber.
So be it, old man.
And one thing more before you go. Charge the lady to go before the king and intercede with him on behalf of my people.
Haman's heart must be bursting with hatred for the Israelite people.
The old man refused to remove the sackcloth, Your Highness. I told him a great lady of the palace had sent him new robes. He answered, I know no great lady, but I remember a little girl who delighted in playing each day on the street of weavers. Does that have meaning for Your Highness?
Oh, yes, Haytak. Much meaning. Return to this Mordecai. Tell him that the ways of Persia are not his ways. Inform him of the law that forbids anyone to enter the king's inner court uninvited, that even I must obey. The penalty is death for the intruder unless the king shows favor by extending his golden scepter. Tell him all this and tell him that I have not seen the king for some 30 days.
At once, my queen.
When Haytak returned, he brought further counsel from Mordecai.
The old man gave me this letter for Your Highness.
You have served me well, Haytak.
Do not think the palace shall be your protection, or that the crown will save your head. You are an Israelite. If our people must die, you will die as well. Therefore, go to the king and intercede with him for the life of our people. Courage, my daughter. Perhaps you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this.
The queen is troubled?
My heart is heavy for all Israelites in Persia. I must go to the king.
Surely your highness would not consider entering the king's court without a royal summons? Even the Queen of Queens is not above the tradition and custom of the court. There are many of us within the palace whose hearts would be heavy if the queen endangered her life.
What is one more life when thousands are condemned to die? Tell Mordecai to gather together all of the Israelites in Shushan. Ask them to fast and pray for 3 days. When they have sought God in this matter, I will go in unto the king. It is not according to the law, but perhaps it is according to God's law. Whatever comes of it, I must do it. If I perish, I perish.
At the close of 3 days of fasting and prayer and close communion with God, Esther felt that she had not found her way to the royal palace by chance. God had truly placed the crown upon her head for such a time as this. Dressed in her finest garments, she made her way to the king's private court. Despite the danger, she walked firmly, without fear.
The hearts of kings are in the hands of God, and he will incline this king's heart toward me.
All business in the throne room ceased at the sight of the queenly figure standing in the high archway.
Who is it?
Who would dare to come to court unannounced?
Can it be the queen? She will lose her life.
It is the queen.
The king looks furious.
No, he's smiling now. He's holding out his scepter to the queen.
And the queen smiles too, and approaches the throne.
She's stunning. Beautiful.
She's touching the scepter.
Shh.
What brings my charming queen to the inner court?
I have a request to make, Your Majesty.
All right, ask it, and it shall be given to you, even unto half my kingdom.
If I have found favor in the king's sight, will he come this night to a banquet which I have prepared? And bring along Haman, his chief adviser. Then I shall make my request known to Your Majesty.
Yes, that's a wonderful idea. I will come at the 7th hour tonight. Haman shall be with me. Well, Haman, you have a ready answer for everything. Is it possible that the queen's wisdom exceeds her beauty? Or is she more beautiful than wise?
Only Your Majesty could answer such a question. Both her beauty and her wisdom are beyond an ordinary mortal's judgment.
Oh, yes. Well, it must be said that she fills us with fine food and drink before making her request known.
A feast to mellow any man, sire. But a double honor here in the Queen's private chambers.
Well, let us drink, then, to the Queen, who has earned the favor of her people and of her king.
To the Queen of Queens.
Oh, now I can wait no longer. Your request, Esther, I must hear it.
Would it not please my husband to return tomorrow? The request can wait. It would give me pleasure to honor him and Haman at another banquet.
Oh, yes. All right, so be it. We will count the hours until our next meeting.
The Queen does me much honor. My heart has never known such happiness.
When Haman departed, he thought he was the happiest man in the world. But it was his misfortune to pass Mordecai near the palace gate. One glimpse of that old man standing straight as an arrow filled his heart with wrath. Hurrying home, he told his wife,
Curse the day that Mordecai was born.
Does a mouse cause a giant to tremble?
Huh?
He'll soon be finished. The day of execution is near.
But I want to be rid of him now. He's ruining everything. Others see his defiance. They snicker when my back is turned. Soon they won't even wait for me to turn.
Oh, stop fretting, Haman. No Israelite is worth such a misery. Do away with him at once. Order a gallows built this very night. make it high so that he'll hang for all to see.
That's a good plan. But what of the king?
Are you forgetting you dined in the palace this night, and the honor will be yours again tomorrow night? You're strongly in the king's favor. He'll not hesitate to grant you the life of one old man.
Yes, I will do it. Construction will begin on the gallows within the hour. This very night, I will go to the palace and ask the king for permission to hang Mordecai.
That night, King Xerxes could not sleep. As was his custom, he summoned a scribe to read aloud from the scrolls that contained the history of his reign. Such reading often soothed the king to slumber.
Yes, read. What say the chronicles of Queen Esther?
In the 3rd year of the reign of King Xerxes, the king sought a new queen among the women of his kingdom. Royal favor fell upon a young maid, Esther by name, and she was crowned Queen of Queens.
Well, go on. Read on.
One Mordecai, the Israelite, who sat at the palace gate, did discover and report the plot of 2 servants who sought to lay hands upon the king. When an inquisition was made of the matter, royal justice was swift, and the 2 traitors were hung on a tree.
What honor and dignity has been awarded this Mordecai?
Well, there is no record, Your Majesty.
No record? That's strange.
Now Haman was come to the outer court of the king's chambers to ask permission to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. Haman, your chief advisor, seeks audience, Your Majesty.
Yes, let him enter. Well, Haman, your day has an early beginning.
I was passing the royal apartments. A servant informed me your majesty was awake. There is a personal matter I would discuss with the king. The night brought me little sleep because of it.
Yes, what strange malady possesses us? I, too, found no rest. Yes, I've been reviewing the chronicles. Haman, what shall be done for the man whom the king delights to honor?
To whom would the king delight to do honor more than myself?
Let this man be dressed in the king's own robes, and place the royal crown upon his head. Then mount him upon your majesty's favorite stallion. And to ensure this position, one of the king's most noble princes might lead him through the streets of the city, proclaiming for all to hear, "Thus is it done unto the man whom the king delights to honor."
Oh, yes. Excellent, Haman, excellent. Take my robes, crown, and stallion, according to your plan, and grant this honor to one called Mordecai. You will find him near the palace gate. Lead him through the city. I shall sleep now. What was this personal matter that keeps you from sleep?
Another time, your majesty. Another time.
The procession made a strange spectacle, moving slowly through the city streets, past row after row of faces, struck dumb by the sight of old Mordecai perched on the prancing stallion, wrapped in the royal robes.
Thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delights to honor.
Is it really Mordecai?
Why, of course, even under those heavy robes, it is Mordecai.
How could it be?
Who will believe we saw such a sight?
Haman believes it and doesn't like it. Just look at his face.
Thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delights to honor.
This day Haman will always remember.
His painful task finished, Haman rushed home, intending to hide. But he had scarcely reached his doorstep when a messenger from the palace arrived to escort him to the queen's second banquet. At first, Haman found it hard to feel the joy he expected such an important occasion to bring. But an hour in the glittering banquet hall dimmed the humiliating memory of the morning.
Your Majesties have heaped honors upon my head. To sit at banquet for a second time with the King and Queen fulfills my utmost dream. I could taste death at this moment and be supremely happy.
Oh, now my patience is at an end. What is your petition, Queen Esther? Ask it, and it shall be granted.
If I have found favor in the king's sight, and if it would please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request.
What?
For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish.
Your people, Esther? I don't understand.
If we had been sold into bitter bondage, I would hold my tongue. But we were sold not by any offense against the kingdom, but only to feed the pride and revenge of one man. In your name he has sent a decree to exterminate all Israelites in Persia. If Israelite blood must flow, let mine be the first to stain the streets of Shushan.
You are an Israelite, Esther?
Yes, I am.
Well, who is he, and where is he that would presume to destroy my queen and her people?
The enemy who thirsts for Israelite blood sits at this very table.
Mercy, my queen, mercy. I did not know that you were an Israelite. Oh, please, please, spare me. Spare me.
Let go my arm, Haman.
How dare you touch the queen before me in her chambers? Seize him!
No, I served you well. I didn't know she was an Israelite. I meant no harm to the queen.
Take him away!
No!
Hang him immediately!
Thus Haman's scheme to exterminate all Israelites in Persia came to naught, and he was hanged on the very gallows that he had built for Mordecai. And King Xerxes appointed Mordecai to serve as his chief advisor in Haman's place. The Israelites continued to live in peace with their neighbors throughout the Persian Empire, thanks to the courage of Esther, who defied death and went before the king to plead with him for the life of her people.